It's rolling and boom. Hello, cyberness. Hello, Miss Jenny.
Hello, Heidi.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. I think this has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my dear pal, Jenny Karns. Jenny is our family's healer. I know it's been a minute since we've been in to see you, but she's worked on the giant, the kids, the giant's aunt, me, everybody. And I just want to share really quick how we met, and shout out to our dear sister Heather, little sister. I had this lemonade stand during lockdown in 2020, because that's what you do with kids to show them we don't comply. No masks allowed. We had handouts, the works. And Heather's like, you got to go visit this girl. You got to go visit this girl. She was in San Diego. Jenny shows up for both lemonade days, and 6 hours straight we talked each day. And we're like, best friends.
Bonding.
Yes. Over chlorophyll and Bill Gates.
Totally.
But I come to find out she knows all the things. She's a walk-in as well, and educated me on that. And just completely honored. And then one thing led to another. There's goddess circles. There's this. There's more connections. And it's always like 6 degrees. You meet someone in LA, and it's usually 6 degrees. Someone knows Jenny.
Someone knows Heidi.
Power team.
Yeah.
But because you know so many things, I wanted people to share. I know there's been a lot of talk with the frequencies and stuff, and this is what you've been doing for a while, is the SCIO machine. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. And we have done sessions recently, but they were in the quantum, just not in person. Because we did the SCIO session the other night.
Yes. You want to share about that? Yeah, you don't even have to be in person for that.
Yeah, we do these remotely. We work together in the quantum, and you can be anywhere in the world. I'll tell you more about the SCIO, and then I want to hear more about how it felt for you. Okay, so the SCIO is Rife technology. Raymond Rife was creating these machines back in the 30s and getting people together and healing cancers and healing viruses and bacteria and like just blasting people with frequency. So it's this whole idea that like the power that made the body heals the body. So it's like you just bring the body back into proper resonance with itself and blast out whatever virus thing, or help the body detox, or up the B12 if that's what you need. So the SCIO actually runs a scan. So what I do first in a session is I put in birthday, birth time, birthplace, and full name for somebody. And so it actually goes into the quantum field. It finds you, it scans you, and then it gives me a full readout through my computer, like all the top stressors, what's going on. And this can be a list up to like 200 things. Like I'm not going to say all the things and stress somebody out, because you kind of look through and see the patterns of things. And so you see the top stressors, and then for the next like 75 to 90 minutes, I run just frequencies. So I am sending frequencies to help balance and heal whatever's going on in the body for somebody. So that could just be like, I'm really tired, or it could just be like, it could be a parasite, or it could be like needing to detox, or it could be, like I said, more B12 or something really but it's amazing. There's like 10,000 different frequencies programmed into this machine. It was programmed by a doctor who figured out the frequency of every little thing in the body. So it's like you figure out the exact frequency of the liver, the exact frequency of the heart, exact frequency of the lining around the heart, like every little specific thing. So you can actually see like what things are stressed and what things are operating at like what level. So I can go through each of the organs and be like, oh, liver is only at 60%. Let's boost that to 100. Stomach is at 50%. Let's boost to 100. So you can actually go through and boost the organs. You can boost the nerves. You can boost any number of things up, but you just kind of see, I go through and I see what things are the most stressed, and then bring balance to those things. So either it's boosting something up or it's calming something down in order to bring the body into homeostasis. And when you're in homeostasis, the body can heal itself.
Holy smokes, that's amazing. So this is part of the technology that's suppressed, because it's like, why did it ever go away? Like that, like seriously.
Yeah.
Everyone and their mother needs this.
Well, that's the thing. It's actually beneficial. There's no side effects.
Yeah. And isn't it hard to get a machine, or there's sites now?
Machine. The one I got is from Hungary. It's kind of like the mother load. I work with the SCIO. and ordered this one from Hungary. And I actually did a session with somebody. I was going through 7 years ago, I had Epstein-Barr that went into my brain. So for like months, I couldn't drive. I couldn't do anything. I had chronic fatigue. I didn't know what was wrong. I couldn't, like, doctors were doing blood work and saying, you're totally fine. And I'm like, I am not fine. What is going on? So I had 3 different people actually recommend I do a SCIO session. And I was like, I don't know what that is. I don't even have the bandwidth to figure it out at this point. And then one friend was like, I know somebody and she's in Hawaii. And I was like, there's no way I can go to Hawaii. I can't even go to the grocery store right now. So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to do that. And she was like, no, you don't have to go to her. She works quantum. She works remotely. And she's going to scan you with this thing. And we're going to see like what things are going on so that you can actually take that to your doctor and say like, okay, look for this. Or like, let's figure this out. She's like, and maybe we just like bring the body into balance and it heals itself. Or maybe you just get information that you can take to your doctor, and now that's like the next steps. So she did a session, and I was still pretty skeptical. Like, I wanted to get the scan. I wanted to find out what that part said. But then as far as like sending the healing frequencies, like, I mean, I've been doing healing work for 15 years. So I was like, anything's possible, but this also seems really weird because it's far away. So anyway, she did a session. I didn't feel super different that night, but I woke up the next morning feeling like, I don't know, like Snow White. Like I was like, the birds were singing and like, and I was normal. And I was able to go to the grocery store and do things that day. And I was like, I don't know what you did, but I need to learn everything about this. So I ended up doing a few sessions with her, started the healing journey with what I was on at that point, and then actually looked into getting one for myself because I was like, this can help me heal. And then this can also help my clients because I was already in business doing Reiki and massage and all of that kind of stuff. But this was like a whole nother level of a healing crisis that I was like, that, you know, like the metabolic stuff and the internal stuff isn't always stuff I can get to with Reiki or massage, but the SCIO can really like look at those things.
It really is like a map. It's a road map of what the heck's going on. Totally. Oh, that's freaking cool. Yeah. So the session you did with me, I have to preface this to everybody that we were talking about doing this for a while, and it just wasn't lining up because you get those solid clients and, you know, this is like, we're just working together a little bit, favors and things. I wanted to balance it out, like, take the beeps. That sounds bad too. But anyway, she was going to do it at night and she goes, I'm sorry, I can't tonight. I've got this. I go, no problem. I went to bed. Anyway, I woke up. And I was like, it was like, I get what you mean by the Snow White thing. That's the perfect, because it's like, not that you're thrown back in your body, but I had very active visual sleep, like a lot of visual dreams, but I woke up like the deepest slumber ever. And then just woke up like, I'm done sleeping. Like I was so rested. And then I turned on my phone and at 12:01 a.m., so midnight, she goes, hey, I just put in your numbers. I'm going to run your session tonight. And I'm like, no wonder, like I felt like a champ.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Most mornings lately, you know, like I don't want to tell Master Jeff, but I'm back on regular coffee. So, and instead of my mushrooms, so I'm starting to feel the sludge again. So that's why I'm like diving in again. But yeah. I wanted to say that about like, oh, she did it. No wonder.
And this is another good point. I can start late sessions.
You're a night owl, everybody.
Yeah, I'm a night owl. I don't want to do morning sessions. Sorry. Let's only do night sessions. Which is perfect because it's best to do these when you're actually relaxed and resting, because that's when you're most receptive. So like when your eyes are closed, when you're actually resting, your energy is more focused inward and it's pulling energy in to heal rather than focused out in the world and trying to create or heal in the world. So yeah.
Plus there's your global connection. You can hit up anybody because there's time isn't an issue. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
In Europe, I can run a session at 2 PM and they're asleep. So
awesome.
Yeah. So it's very
cool. Okay. Well, should I be prepared? Is there anything crazy you saw?
No, I think I texted you everything.
I didn't.
I see all the top things.
Oh, I didn't even get that. I was like, save
It's
the camera.
yeah, usually when I start a session, I just say I'm starting, and then when I wrap up, I send like, here's all the top things I saw, but I balanced all these things, and like, here's the other things I did, or here's what I boosted.
Oh wow! Well, I know you've done that for daughter, but I'm scrolling. I swear I didn't see that because now I want to know.
We're still in that Mercury retrograde shadow.
Seriously, right?
We're still
No
missing
worries.
some things.
Oh my gosh! I know you might not even remember now, so that's why I'm going to let. Well, before
that's the thing. It's like you don't need to get too attached to what it was unless you feel it like reoccurring and coming up again. Then it's more like, all right, maybe I do need a supplement for this, or maybe there's something else I need to do. But you know, mostly it's like do it, like barely look at the things that came up, like enough to like assess and then see, but not to hold on to it, because it's like it's also gets balanced within the session. So you don't want to hold on to like, oh my God, I have a virus, because now you're saying I have it again, right? You're pulling.
I know. You pull it in. Was that one of the things?
Oh wait, I think,
you know what?
Like, I think we were boosting your immune system a bit because you just got over a few things. So I think there was still some like immune boosting to do.
The immune boosting
kind of
for sure.
For a lot of us right now because of like, you know, environmental factors, living in cities or wherever you are. It's like we're constantly, you know, working with all kinds of stressors coming in. So
most definitely. I know I was ravenous too. I'm not usually a morning. Yeah, I had like this crazy appetite, and I was like, and I was craving the good stuff, like because if I was on a roll, right, of just like whatever I want now. It was like post conference, and when I was healing from that virus, I was just like anything I want. I'm craving because that must need it, even the ice cream.
No, especially if you have a stomach bug. Like once you don't, you're just like, I want to eat all the things.
I did have a thought I wanted to share. My daughter, and she was 11, Charlie, Jenny knows her well, but we had just moved into this house and she came down again. Like she was getting a repetitive sickness and we're like, what is going on? So Jenny's offer, she goes, may I run a session on her? And then the next day we talked and mold was coming up in the top things, like mold and like respiratory and all this stuff. And first I worried because we just moved in and put carpet upstairs. I thought it was something to do with that. But then I realized we left the rental. That rental was like literally should be a tear down, but mold, you know, infestations, all the things. So I think it was all coming out of her.
Once she got out of there.
So, but she slept so great. And then she started kicking it and her immunity got higher after that. But that was fascinating. It was like, and then the anxiety, because for, you know, I'm just going to full disclosure now, there was a time there that I didn't even know what was going on with her. I think before we even met you and then into meeting you, I was concerned with her because she was cloudy. And I was saying, I think maybe she's on the spectrum. Like I was just not knowing where to go with all this. And it was you and the Galactic Man, Doctor. Guys were like, you know, the gluten, it's her nervous system. It's nervous system issues. And that made so much sense to me because I was just, that was all from me. So I had to forgive myself because I led this crazy, unregulated, no rhythm lifestyle of being a head household. And she was just like, all this. So what I thought was cloudy was her like protecting herself. So you guys really gave me a lot of things to look at via the SCIO session. And, you know, the anxiety thing changed everything because it changed how I approached her and all that. It's not anymore like, oh God, that seizure when she was a baby from that one max I did, then I learned my lesson. You know, that was the excuse for a long time. Now it's like, no, let's clean this body up inside and out. And the frequencies show and help. That was a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, this can go deep into psychological stuff too, like anxieties, emotions, and it'll even say like emotions related to, and it's like so specific. And it's wild because I've been doing sessions for like 8 years now, 7, 8 years. And like, I see something in almost every session that I'm like, oh, whoa, I've never seen that before. Oh, that's different. Or it like fully, completely relates to that person. So it's like an emotion and it'll say like anxiety related to, or like it's wild. Like it can go really deep with that. And it's like good for kids. Like kids seem to be like the most receptive to it because they're just like, yeah, they're ready to shift it like quickly, and consciousness can shift and their body can shift it way faster. And things like ADHD and anxiety and like all kinds of things can be really like neutralized if you like work with nervous system, brain, all that.
And when you were talking about when you were sick, this is so you were running this on yourself, or you had other people run it on you? Oh,
Yeah,
man, I'd be running that every night.
Yeah, I pretty much was for a little while in there. It takes like attention and focus. This one is like, it's a more like specific, like interactive, like I have to be with it. So it's, you know, like I was doing that when I was really on like that healing journey. And like, now I just do it. Like if I've got a little flare, like I'm like, all right, I'm running it tonight. And usually by the next day it's better. So instead of having like a month-long flare, I have a day or two, and then I go, oh yeah, I have a SCIO. And then I run it and I feel better.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
And you probably can catch things, you know, like you were saying with the organs, if they're not running at full capacity, you can catch things before GP. Some people still go to general people, you know, practitioners. That's pretty cool. And then I guess people then have to address their patterns and what they're doing to themselves. You really need to take ownership of what the hell you're doing in your body.
Yeah.
Totally. Like fully transparent.
It's funny because it'll actually say that. Like it'll say like not taking responsibility for yourself. Like if
no way. On the printout thing?
Yeah. Or like denial of, or like it's real.
No way. Oh no, was that on mine?
No.
I didn't see it. That's why I was asking. I was like, I know the viral thing was a big deal because that affected my neck that I kept talking about on here and everything. So, yeah. And we still aren't exactly sure what exactly it was, but it did go through the family quick. Yeah. Those kids are so resilient, though. They had it pretty quick, 48 hours, and they were done. And the giant never got it. So, awesome. It's a awesome. Of course.
Yeah. Hey, sturdy. Somebody stay sturdy.
Now, because you'd used the birthday and the birthplace and all that, this is just very random. Can you run it on pets?
You can, but you need to know that information.
You have to have that information down. Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, or you can get like a pad that they can actually like lie on and run it that way. But you kind of have to have birth info for the pets, at least for the SCIO. There's other like Rife tech type of devices out there. Like I also have a Healy, and like Heelys are a lower priced thing, but you can just like put it on, put your fingerprint on it and let it run some frequencies. So it's not going to be like the same mother load kind of thing as like a SCIO is going to be like a massive blast and a pretty big shift. Like the Healy is going to like kind of help balance you through the day. And like, so with my puppies, I've got them programmed in there because that's more like their picture and their thumbprint. So we put their little paw on the thing.
Oh, cool.
So there's other like type devices, but
I've heard the name Scooby go around, or Scoby, or no, that's that's a bread.
Snoopy, or I don't know.
That's kombucha. Yeah, something scary, Scooby, something like that.
Yeah, I've heard a few.
So that's the same tech, just like different.
Yeah, I mean it's the same tech as in it's Rife technology and it's using frequency.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
But this one is going to get like a way more in-depth printout of like all the things going on. So it's really good, especially if you're just like, I don't know what's going on with me. I just don't feel right. So it's really good for like mystery illnesses or anxieties or, you know, just like, I don't know, just something's not right. And I don't know what it is. So this is better. This is good for like pinpointing it. Those other ones, some of them do a bit of that, but like, they're just more like a general, like help you feel a little bit better, but this one's like really specific. And then there's like things like it'll say like, okay, like you need this supplement or you need to do this for a while or so. Yeah.
Are you noticing a lot of more people asking for it? Like a lot more people getting interested in it and stuff?
Yeah. Especially over the last 2 years, because it's like we all need to feel sovereign in our own health, right? Especially with like a massive projection field of like everybody's sick and everybody's going to die in the world. It's like, well, oh my God. And so you can go into a lot of fear, like no matter what you believe about any of it, it's like, we're still in the projection field of this conditioning field of this planet, which is like, you're going to get sick and lots of people are going to die. And it's like, well, if you're sovereign and if you're holding your own energy, then, there are tools, there are things you can do. So I feel like the SCIO became really helpful for people in the last 2 years, especially for people who were like, I'm afraid to come in person or I'm whatever. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just do like a remote session. Or if they're like feeling sick, they're like, oh my God, am I dying of COVID? Like, run a session and find out. And then we actually find out like what is going on, or okay, there is some kind of virus, or there's more of it, like, look into this. And then it's like you're more empowered to actually like figure out what's going on for you, rather than just like, oh God, I'm going to die from whatever the thing is that everybody's dying.
So like it takes the fear out.
Take the fear out and get the power back, where it's like, these are the things I can do. So if you're not feeling good and you just feel like, oh God, I don't feel good and I don't know what to do, even that is like disempowering, because you're like, I don't know what to do. So it's like, I like really like to give that power back to people so they can be like, oh, I can take more vitamin D, or I can take more whatever. Because there's like so many things you can do, but this is going to be really specific for each body, because every body is different. So one person might need more B, one person might need more D, one person might really just need like a liver like it's just going to be different, but same symptoms for different people, but it might not be the same thing.
Wow. It's like a focus. It really makes you look inside, like, how did I get to this point? What have I been doing? And I didn't like the mold thing that came out with Charlie, something I didn't even think of. I wasn't even thinking of that. And then it just made us go, oh, and it kind of got almost a relief, because now we have focus. Now, okay, that's when I brought out the zeolite and the metal detoxes, and just I'm like, okay, let's
like empowered. I can do this. I can take care of my daughter. I know what she needs. It's important.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, we're healing the planet. What else should we share about Rife? I mean, it's just like the suppressed tech is here. Like, I'm kind of,
Yeah, so it became, he had labs where he was actually helping people heal from cancer. And like, you can look online and find out that's not true, but that's what he was doing. He was helping people heal from cancer by zapping. I have a puppy trying to get on camera. He got the cancer, and it's like the whole idea is like the opera singer singing the note that breaks the glass. So it's like, if you hit the right note, it's going to break the glass. So he was like he was specific on cancer at first, and then this developed into other things. But he had a lab and he was doing this thing. People were coming in and just getting like the note saying that breaks the cancer glass, and like they were healing. And so of course government officials came in and took away all the technology and took it to the government to investigate what's going on there. And then it all went underground and it became illegal here. So that's why it's like woo-woo practitioners like me who have it now. And we can't even say things like, I have to be really careful. Like, I'm not treating you. I'm helping retrain your body towards health. And
wow. You have to be specific. Oh, wow.
Really careful about how you talk. Okay. FDA can come in and be like, you can't like do, can't do cancer treatments. You can't do treatments for COVID. You can't do treatments for, So
let them die.
You're training. You're just like helping the body. You're just sending it some love and light. But really.
Oh, man. Yeah. So it's still heavily censored.
It became illegal in the United States. And I got this machine from Hungary. And so now I can have it here, but I have to it's just all in the wording.
Okay. So, how is that at the border?
No promises. So people are like, can you promise you're going to be able to A, B, or C? And it's like, I can't actually promise because I can get caught in like an FDA issue. I know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What did you put on your intake for the shipping? Were you like, it's my new amp for my bass? Like, it looks like that.
Bland.
Yeah. I'll share the picture because it's set up in your kitchen, isn't it? I think it's
set up in my kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. But I saw the picture on your web because it's not what you picture it to be. And then you connect it to your laptop to see the breakdown of stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's pictures on my website. Set up in here.
But now now that you said it, now I know, because it is kind of the way you worded it. I'm like, it's not cryptic, but it's like this. It's like, oh, I could tell you have to be mindful of what you're putting out as a healer.
Yeah.
Because the targets are on your backs.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But we got you.
In the body for healing, retraining. Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's like, you got to think all the things, like it's soul choice. It's all of that. So it's like, if you're really ready to heal from something, and like, this is like that karmic soul choice point that you like need to have this thing in order to learn this thing, in order to create this next thing. Great. Or is this your out point? Is this what you contracted as your out point? And how can I just make you more comfortable? Like really looking at it at like in those kind of ways. It's like,
goes hand in hand with all that inner work.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's the spiritual work. It's the,
spiritual
work. Sometimes healing is dying. And so how do we help people through that process?
Sometimes healing is dying. That's a big one. But that's so very true. And plus there's still, because there's a surge of people, wanting to heal, but there's still fix me. And they're not active participants. You have to be the one taking the knowledge, working with your practitioner. People need to work with you and talking about the diagnosis of this and stuff. You have to be ready to heal, really, and choose to. Yeah. Choose to. Yeah.
Yeah. And be ready to actually do the work of that empowered work. Like, okay, these are the things I need to do.
Because that'll shift it.
Work through. Yeah.
Yeah. Not just like, machine, fix me.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to be judgy. And the next day you'll be like, wait, I don't know. You should be like, okay, I can do this. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yay! We did it.
We did it. So fun. I'm glad you felt good after your session.
Oh my gosh, it was a totally different morning. And it wasn't like, the dreams being vivid was weird because I hadn't been having those in a while. But the deep sleep that was, not like I can't get out of bed. It was a deep sleep when you wake up going, wow, I could sleep another hour. But then you're like, or I could get up, and you get up fine. Not like making yourself get up. And that's what I've been doing a lot lately. I know that's too much caffeine / busy brain, but I was balanced. And then sure enough, all the other kinks and things started going downhill all week. So that was a really nice balance. There.
So say hi for a minute. He's trying to get down. All right.
Okay, now all three of them look exactly alike. But this is Snoopy?
This is Phoenix.
See, this is Phoenix. Why did I know Phoenix keeps rising from the ashes?
And they do look all alike. So if anyone wants to come for a Reiki and healing massage, you also get Shih Tzu healing. They snore around the table. So in the LA area. Yes. Maybe they do most of the work.
And most people would know Phoenix from Baby Boy Phoenix. You wrote a book. And he has his own big fan page online.
Yeah. So. He's got way more fans than I do.
They are the best. They're sweet. That's so cool. So how can then people find you?
Website, jennykarns.com, JENNYKARNS.com. I'm in the LA area. So I do Reiki and massage sessions here. I do SCIO sessions wherever you are in the world. And I also do human design sessions and readings. And those can be done over the phone or in person. So
I will share kind of like an advert because I hope I can swindle you into another one of these, Jenny.
But let's talk human design.
2 Christmases ago, the Giant got me this deluxe package from Jenny, which I was a little bummed this year I didn't get. But he got me a SCIO session, and the whole family got human design, and then I had in-person Reiki and massage. It was awesome. So we got charts for the whole family, And I think the next time I was going to invite Jenny on to talk with the kids and talk about the kids' charts and what's going on with them. We have those charts. That would be kind of fun.
That would be awesome.
Okay, cool. Well, there's our commercial.
Yeah. Coming up next.
Well, I know you're only like 30 minutes away, but I never see you enough, so I have to talk to you.
It's always such a treat when we get to be together.
That fairy energy. Well, thank you for doing this, and thank you for sharing this knowledge, because I know it's getting fast. It's getting a little more mainstream. Yeah. And I just think that was a very simplified delivery of information, so people can get the basics down, and then they can investigate what's best for them.
Yeah, and everyone's welcome to contact me. I do free consultations, so we can at least just talk, get on the phone, find out what's going on with you. Would this help? Would it not help? Yeah, and then it's always $25 off a first session. So, and if you do another in the month, I keep it at that rate. So whether that's massage, Reiki, human design, SCIO, all the things.
And all the things. And all the things are on the web. And you're on Instagram, Facebook, those things. Cool. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Jenny. Well, I'll stop it, but then I'll say, we'll talk a second. Okay. Cheers, everybody. Heal yourself.